In this video, I will share with you what Elon Musk has said about Tesla, what the company does, and what Wall Street experts are getting wrong about Tesla. Moreover, he provides some compelling reasons why. In my view, Tesla may be the bargain of the century today at still under $700 per share. A Bloomberg article stated that since Elon went public, Tesla's stock price increased 22,000%, and they had 11 quarters of quarterly profitability. An analyst puts out projections to the public each week, and it's one of the biggest brands for any company in the US. Some analysts believe that Tesla's price target will be $200, and some think it'll be $1,600, but that's all over the map. That is an important point that I would like to address for a moment. Taking a look at Tesla's stock price target from Wall Street analysis, the highest price target was $650 for the third week of June per share. According to Chamath, it's an embarrassment, a clear indication that Wall Street is clueless. The large discrepancy is indicative of a lack of understanding and agreement when it comes to price targets. What makes the anomaly more curious, though, is what happened in the last few months. In general, Tesla stock had much lower average price targets than where it is on Wall Street for as long as I can remember. There is no average target price on the Wall Street for Tesla, which is less than $700 per share, and this is unusual. However, I would like to emphasize what Chamath had pointed out, which is that large spreads indicate that there is a gap between the consensus opinion and what happens. Such an opportunity is potentially enormous. Elon Musk tweeted recently that Tesla is not a company. It is like 6 companies within a company, like they have builders and maybe more. To give you a sense of what must have been done for this super company to exist, what does Elon have to say about all these companies inside it? Well, typically, what do car companies do? Their main responsibilities are to assemble vehicles and ship them out to dealers, and some do the engine assembling. However, most parts are made by suppliers. Suppliers build the technology for many vehicles, as well as most of the software that runs them. Therefore, the actual amount of actual work done by car companies like Ford or GM is not very significant. I think this is a very important point since every company that says it is going to build electric vehicles is something that most retail investors run after and buy stock in. The company is essentially a glorified window dresser that assembles the parts of other companies into something that looks nice and carries their brand. This is mainly due to the influx of MBAs in the automotive industry in the recent past, along with the belief that outsourcing is the surest way to operate an automotive company. In the end, it would be easier to get a manufacturer to make this part for them versus making it internally. That would be easier. The automotive industry has gone far from actually manufacturing all the technology in their cars to making none of it. That is what has been happening for the last few decades. In most cases, other companies provide them with parts. Furthermore, outsourcing rather than vertical integration makes them extremely vulnerable. Tesla takes the opposite track from nearly every other automaker. In the end, Tesla will also enter the mining business in some shape or form as well. It's only a matter of time before it happens. At the same time, other automakers outsource everything they can. These unnecessary overheads and poor customer experience are terrible from a business point of view and the customer standpoint. The smart thing Tesla did was to fix the price and buy it online. However, auto manufacturers still live in the past, tied to the dealership model. They are bound by agreements and can't just stop selling vehicles through dealerships. While there will be exceptions, it does not bode well for legacy automakers. Tesla has such a huge competitive advantage that it is often not grasped by the public due to the rise of the internet and the termination of dealerships. Furthermore, Tesla has the largest network of superchargers, which are electric gas stations. They built a network of supercharging stations worldwide, which is the best way to recharge your car if you're traveling long distances or live in a city without storage space for charging. The supercharged network was developed and then it was deployed. Moreover, Musk said that out of 1,500 superchargers worldwide, anyone can travel anywhere in America right now with Tesla's supercharger network. Therefore, Tesla's supercharging network undervalues its competitive advantage. It interests me that I don't know of any other automotive manufacturers that own and operate multiple gas stations, but Tesla does. The company operates a network of supercharging stations instead of gas stations. As they expand their production capacity, their network expands, giving them a huge competitive advantage. Tesla has proved so dominant in this field that they've publicly stated, openly, that they are willing to share their supercharging network with other companies so they can transition to autonomous vehicles since no one else is building a network of their own. In the long run, the Tesla supercharging network may bring in $1 billion in profit per year or more. In reality, I believe Tesla will be operating this network as much for customer satisfaction as it will guarantee Tesla owners and potential buyers of Teslas in any part of the world never needing to worry about charging, how it will be charged, or even where to charge. As far as vertical integration goes, they make the battery packs. In the power electronics and drive unit, we are vertically integrated so much of the car is made internally. This wasn't necessarily because we saw a religious motivation for vertical integration. It was just the pace of change that was too fast for the supply chain. This is perhaps the most important statement Elon has made so far. As Tesla faces an obstacle, there have been many plans to get there and a problem. They need new equipment that's never been made before to build this. For instance, since supplies can't move fast enough, what will Tesla do? To vertically integrate, they will create and manufacture this part or component themselves. As Tesla takes control of its destiny, it'll eliminate any bottlenecks along its journey, like needing this to move faster and so forth. Nevertheless, the rest of the automotive industry is outsourced. They are completely useless because they don't even know how to do anything anymore. They are constantly limited by how fast their suppliers can move and what the industry can move at. What is the impact of not being able to move fast enough in Tesla's example? With this, Tesla moves faster than any other company and will continue to do so. Tesla is continuing to set the standards for manufacturers that depend on other suppliers that provide them with parts that they need to innovate in deleting parts, reducing weight, etc. Whereas Tesla can do everything itself. Tesla, therefore, is impossible to catch up with. If they decide to do that all in-house, they will need to go through and do everything that Les has already done in the last 15 years, which is a steep learning curve. From my perspective in 2022, Tesla has likely won this decade and probably even the next. In addition to inheriting legacy supply chains and damaging the legacy constraints including speed, cost, and technology. Furthermore, Tesla is not simply a hardware company, but also a software company. Thus, all of the software used by Tesla to operate the car, operate the screen, and charge the battery is developed by Tesla, and a sort of Tesla OS in the car. This is another very underappreciated aspect of Tesla. For example, Tesla's software expertise goes beyond managing its batteries. For over-the-air software updates, Tesla was the first and still is the only automaker doing it. Lastly, there is the whole autonomous driving subset of software, which deserves its discussion. Among electric vehicles, which are the future, the software is as important as the physical hardware, which is why legacy automakers, who before now had hardly any experience or ability in software at all, must become world experts in software, otherwise they'll fail completely and utterly. Also, Elon said he had been gone for a long time and that Tesla had built an AI team from scratch, who are the best in the world. And Tesla's real-world AI expertise, which has evolved from self-driving, is becoming increasingly evident over time. In this sense, AI is going to have a huge impact on the future of humanity. So, over the next 10 to 50 years, artificial intelligence will likely have a greater impact on humanity than any other technology. What can you say about this? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Also, don't forget to subscribe with post notifications so you don't miss out on Tesla Era.